All right, guys, I have a new SEC document that I want to go over with you from SBE/Chargepoint. We actually have a definitive vote date, a real vote date. It's not getting pushed back anymore as far as I can tell. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Plus, we're going to go over some of the price action, my prediction from my last video that ended up being right. So we're going to cover some price action at the end of this video. So stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I'm Richard Allan. We talk about stocks on this channel. I've actually been a successful retail trader and investor for many, many years. I'm doing a challenge right now over on my Patreon where I'm trying to 10x $10,000 in my Robinhood account. If you want to follow along with that journey and get live updates from me, also my watch list that I'm doing for the week, there'll be a link in the description for my Patreon down below if you're interested in that sort of thing. But let's just jump right into this SEC document. Right on the first page, we have a definitive date. We're going to scroll down. I'm going to link this in the description below. During this video, I'm going to read this entire document. It's very, very long. I'm kidding. I'm not going to read this entire document. That would be terrible for all of us. Okay, right down here, the last paragraph on the first page. Switchback is holding a special meeting of its stockholders in order to obtain the stockholder approvals necessary to complete the business combination. At the special meeting of stockholders, which will be held on February 11th, 2021 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via live webcast. So this will actually be broadcast live as well here. So I'm going to link that in the description as well. If you guys want to watch a boring shareholder meeting of SBE, it might be really fun to watch. Grab some popcorn, take a drink. I don't know. It might be fun. It's probably not going to be fun, but I will link that in the description as well. Maybe we'll live stream it. That would be cool. That would be like almost like watching maybe like a city meeting. It might be terrible. But there we go. We have a definitive date, guys. February 11th, 2021. It usually the vote happens and the business combination is done within a few days, okay? Usually it's really, really quick. February 11th is a Thursday. So Thursday that week, my guess, right? My guess is either Friday. Friday would be quick. Either Friday or Monday, we're going to be switching over to the new ticker. So everything will trade under CHPT. That should happen relatively quickly, like we just talked about. Now, some people are wondering, are all my shares going to be Chargepoint? Like, how is that going to happen? This is being converted like every other SPAC I've ever heard of on a one-to-one basis, okay? So whatever Chargepoint, let's say you have 100 shares of Chargepoint. Let's say you have 50 shares, whatever, 10 shares, I don't care. How many ever shares you have of SBE right now will switch over to CHPT. Let's say you have Robinhood, okay? Whatever shares you have on Thursday, right? If the new ticker is going to start trading on Friday, the next morning when the new ticker happens, you will not have SBE in your account anymore. You won't see SBE, you'll see CHPT in your brokerage, okay? In your list of stocks that you have. So it's really that simple. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to vote if you don't want to, but you certainly can. And you can watch this cool webcast if you want to. Again, the link for this SEC article will be in the description, and the link for this live webcast will also be in the description if you're interested in watching something probably very boring. But in this document, and you'll see this if you go over it, they talk about your vote. Your vote is very important, regardless of the number of shares of common stock of Switchback you own. To ensure your representation at the special meeting, please complete and return the enclosed proxy card. So this is actually like a little statement to shareholders, and even if you have one share, you can vote for this in favor or not of this merger. I anticipate that this is going to go through. In doing a lot more digging, a lot of people are saying, well, the merger got delayed, myself included, mostly because I don't work for the SEC. I'm not an expert. I don't even know what year it is most of the time, let alone knowing when a company is going to merge. So in the original SEC documents, we had December 15th as a vote date. Then we saw January 15th. But when we talked about it on this channel, we also saw that it said tentatively, right? If you guys remember that in that video, we talked about the merger being delayed and that it was a tentative date of January 15th. Now, when I posted my last video on the 5th, just a few days ago, people said, well, now the merger got delayed to the 29th. Now, I couldn't find that anywhere. I didn't report on it, okay? So then now I find that there's actual evidence that the vote will happen on February 11th, Thursday at 10 a.m. It's going to be webcast. I mean, this is a definitive date, okay? So all of this hoopla about the merger being delayed over and over again, I don't think that was actually the case. I think they just didn't have a date yet, right? Like December 15th, that was probably a placeholder date, just like January 15th. So this is actually a definitive, hey, it's scheduled, we're going to webcast it, we're good to go. A lot of people are talking about it, being delayed, but I don't really think that's the case now that I've done some more research. But let's jump into the charts here. In my last video on the 5th, so I made a video right around here. So this price action was actually happening right here. It had just bounced way down all the way to $34 and something, and it started to climb back up. Now, I predicted in that video that in the short term, over the course of the next couple days, we would hit $40. That prediction ended up being spot on because the next day we gapped up that next morning. We hit $40 pretty much right away before coming back down and gapping back up on the 7th. And now the rest is history. We're at $42.38. That's where we closed out yesterday trading, okay? So I think we're on another uptrend right now. I think the next stop here is about $43, obviously, right? That's not a big jump at all, but if it can start trading above $42, I think we could easily see that $50 price target again. And now that we know we're still a few weeks out from the merger, I think that's going to give people a little more confidence in this stock, okay? I think we're in a new uptrend right now. I think we could certainly hit $50 before the merger. And so I think we're going to see at least another 10% swing to the upside from where we are now before the merger. So over the course of the next few weeks, that's what I'm thinking with this stock. Okay. But again, not a financial advisor, barely know what year it is. I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. Please do your own research as always, but that's my opinion on the stock. So take with it what you will. That's totally up to you. We've been talking about Chargepoint quite a bit over on the Discord and the Patreon. And I think it's a great company. I think it's a great company long term. Now, will there likely be a pullback after the merger? Yes. We've been talking about Chargepoint. I don't even know how long, guys. We've been talking about Chargepoint since it was $16, $15. It's been a long time. It was way back here. Where I put out my first video in November, okay? It may even be the beginning of November. So the price action has been absolutely crazy. We've tripled the price, at one point more than tripled the price since we've been talking about it. This trend line that I drew from here held strong over the course of an entire month before it eventually broke out. Now we're going to create a new trend line here. Again, I think we're on another uptrend. I really do. But again, I could be wrong. Now, I think right now we're going to see more upside for the next few weeks. I really do. And then I think we'll see a pullback after the merger. Now, here's the other thing to think about in the EV space. We've seen pretty much every EV company pull back as well, right? Like even QuantumScape right now, that ran up like a freaking maniac. I traded QuantumScape this week, and at one point I was up 13%, and like all that stuff happened at the Capitol, and I stopped looking at anything the rest of the day that day, and I missed the big swing on QuantumScape, and I ended up selling for a little bit of a loss. I was still profitable for the week, but pretty much every EV SPAC, every SPAC in general, tends to have a pullback after the merger. If you're long on this stock, I'm not saying, again, not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do at all. So I'm not saying sell right now and wait for the pullback, because we don't know how far this is going to run up before the merger. It may run up to $60 and then the pullback is down to 45, which is above where we're at right now, right? Like, so you have to consider those things. We could still see a pullback from 60 to 45, and that'll be a drastic pullback, right? So there's a chance that it pulls back to where we are right now. There's a chance it only runs up to 50 or doesn't run up at all and pulls back down to 30, right? We don't know. We can only make guesstimates, but we don't really know how this is going to react after the merger. I anticipate that it will fall after the merger, and that may be a fantastic entry point for people to get in for the long term and just hang on and let it ride. This could be the decade of EV stocks. We're already seeing that over the past couple years, especially 2020. Like NIO went up 1,800%, right? Tesla. Now Elon Musk is the richest person in the world because Tesla is trading at almost $900 per share after the split. Like, this is seriously boggling my mind right now. And it's amazing. And a lot of us called that price action for Tesla, but this could be the decade for EVs right now, right? NIO just announced that they're going to be doing a solid state battery, which is freaking cool. So that could have a positive or a negative impact on QuantumScape. And they're releasing an autonomous sedan. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming out in the EV space right now. And I think Chargepoint, soon to be CHPT, will only be a beneficiary of that kind of thing, right? They can only be a beneficiary of it. That's where I'm at. So, but as always, please let me know what you think. I do want to point out one thing really quick that I didn't even know until I pulled this up on Chargepoint's website today. So federal charging and EV incentives. This stuff was updated. I checked out this IRS guidance document. This was actually updated in September of this past year, where companies that purchase and install Chargepoint EV charging stations by December 31st, 2021, and your business may be able to receive a 30% tax credit up to $30,000. So that's pretty sweet. I knew about this up to $7,500 tax credit. That actually got extended as well. I knew about this $7,500 tax credit, but I didn't know about a $30,000 tax credit for businesses to install EV chargers. So that's a huge incentive for businesses going forward. And I don't know if that was new legislation in September or what. If you guys know more about this, please let me know. But that was, for me, that was exciting to see, because I feel like, again, Chargepoint is, in the US anyway, is the largest, over 70% market share. Probably will be higher than that soon. They will be a huge beneficiary of this legislation if it is new legislation. It may not be new. Again, I don't know, but I was excited to see this on the Chargepoint website. So let me know what you guys think. Very cool stuff, guys. I'm really excited for the long term of this company. Like, super excited. And I think we're going to have some more upside in the short term as well. If you're into swing trading or day trading, I really think this is going to go up up until the merger. So, but you guys, let me know what you think. As always, if you didn't already do it, click that beautiful red subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.